You don't scroll because you're lazy, you scroll because you're hooked. Hooked by design. These apps, they were built to own you, built to know what you'll click, what will spike your dopamine, what will keep you stuck. They don't just steal your time, they train your brain to crave quick hits, to fear boredom, to need noise. And over time, you forget what stillness feels like. You don't even notice the trap anymore. Here's what it looks like. You pick up your phone just to check one thing. Minutes vanish, then hours, then days. You say, "I'll stop after this." But the scroll goes on. You start your day on someone else's timeline. You end your day with someone else's thoughts. You've outsourced your attention. And that attention was supposed to build your life, not fuel theirs. But here's the truth. It's not your fault. You're fighting billion-dollar machines, built to beat your willpower. This isn't weakness, it's programming. And programming can be rewritten. You don't need a digital detox. You need a mental reset. Because screen addiction isn't about the screen. It's about what the screen replaces. Silence, stillness, solitude. That's what your mind's starving for. So the goal isn't to throw your phone away. The goal is to take your mind back. It starts here. Step 1. Awareness without shame. You can't fight what you deny, but you also can't heal what you hate. So notice without blame. Watch your patterns. What time do you reach for your phone? What emotion triggers the scroll? Boredom? Stress? Loneliness? Your screen's not the problem, it's the symptom. Find the trigger. That's your real starting point. Step 2. Interrupt the loop. Scrolling is automatic. So break the autopilot. Use friction. Move your apps. Log out. Turn your phone grayscale. Make the habit harder, even by 5 seconds. That pause? It gives your mind room to choose. And choice equals power. Step 3. Replace, don't remove. The screen gives your brain something. Dopamine, stimulation, connection. You can't just rip that away. You need a new input, something to fill that gap. Read, walk, breathe, build something. Give your mind a better drug. One it doesn't crash from. Step 4. Guard your mornings. What you do first thing sets your brain's rhythm. If you wake up and scroll, you train your mind to chase. If you wake up and create, you train your mind to lead. Start with intention, not reaction. Even 5 minutes offline builds mental strength. Step 5. Forgive and repeat. You'll relapse. You'll scroll without thinking. You'll binge on nothing. That's okay. Shame keeps you stuck. Self-compassion sets you free. This isn't about perfection. It's about momentum. So every time you come back, you get stronger. You don't need to escape the digital world. You need to reclaim your place inside it. Not as a product, as a person. Someone who chooses where their energy goes, where their thoughts live, where their life is built. And that power? It starts now, with one breath, one pause, one choice to look up instead of down. You think scrolling just wastes time, but that's not the real cost. What it really steals is deeper, quieter, more dangerous. It steals your focus, your creativity, your peace, and you don't notice it until it's gone. Because the damage of screen addiction isn't sudden. It's silent. It's slow. It creeps in like rust, a little every day, until your sharpness fades, until your ideas dull, until your attention span shrinks to seconds. You try to read a book, your mind jumps. You sit in silence, you reach for distraction. You start a task. You check your phone before you finish a sentence. That's not laziness. That's rewiring. And the apps? They're winning. Because the more you scroll, the more passive you become. You stop choosing. You start reacting. And reaction kills vision. You lose hours, but worse, you lose your edge. Here's what constant scrolling steals from you. 1. Mental clarity. Your thoughts get noisy. Your memory gets muddy. You start forgetting what you were doing mid-task. Your brain isn't broken, it's just cluttered. Too many inputs shatter your signal, and you need signal to think clearly. 2. Imagination. Creativity needs stillness. It grows in boredom. It thrives in space. But if you never give your mind space, your ideas dry up. You stop making, you just consume. And creation is where your value lives. 3. Patience. Screens train you to expect everything now. Instant answers, instant laughs, instant relief. But real life? It doesn't work like that. Focus takes time. Growth takes time. Peace takes time. And if you've trained your brain to crave instant, you'll avoid anything that takes effort. You'll sabotage your own goals because they feel too slow. 4. Presence. You're here, but not really. At dinner, in meetings, even with yourself. Half listening, half thinking, half alive. Screens split your presence into fragments. And presence is where your real life happens. If you're never fully in it, you're not really living. 5. Self-trust. Every time you say, just 5 minutes, but stay for 50, you break trust with yourself. It adds up. Until one day, you don't believe your own promises anymore. And when self-trust breaks, discipline dies with it. The scariest part? Most people don't even know it's happening. They feel foggy, stuck, drained. They blame themselves. But the real thief is right in their hand, every single day. But here's the good news. What was trained can be untrained. You didn't choose this wiring, but you can rewrite it. It starts with honesty. Ask yourself, what is this scroll giving me? What is it costing me? Then look closer. Because the hours you spend scrolling, those were hours you could have written something, healed something, built something, rested, connected, imagined. You didn't lose time, you lost moments that mattered, and now you want them back. So don't just cut screen time, start reclaiming soul time, time with real depth, real focus, real presence. Even 10 minutes of true attention is a rebellion in this distracted world. Remember, you're not a machine. You don't need infinite content. You need connection to yourself, to your purpose, to what actually matters. And when you unplug, not to run away, but to return to yourself, that's when you begin to heal. One choice at a time, one moment at a time, less scroll, more soul. You didn't choose to get hooked, but now you get to choose to break free, not through guilt, not through force, but through reprogramming. Because screen addiction isn't a character flaw, it's a circuit, built from repetition. And like any circuit, it can be rewired. One habit, one choice, one tiny shift at a time. Here's how to do it. Step 1. Reset your default behavior. Your hand reaches for your phone before your brain even thinks. That's muscle memory. That's default. To change the outcome, change the default. Put friction in the path. Turn off notifications. Set your phone in another room. Use Do Not Disturb for set hours. The goal isn't willpower. The goal is structure. Make mindless scrolling inconvenient. Make intention easy. Step 2. Create a conscious scroll space. Don't ban your phone. Control the context. Pick one chair, one space in your home. That's your scroll zone. You want to scroll? Fine. Do it only there. It gives your brain boundaries. It stops the blur between real life and screen life. Everything needs a container. So give your screen time a home. Step 3. Pair new habits with old triggers. Your brain loves patterns, so use the ones already there. Example: every time you make coffee, write one sentence. Every time you finish a meal, sit in silence for 2 minutes. Every time you unlock your phone, take one breath before opening anything. This is how rewiring works. You insert new pathways in the cracks of old ones. Step 4. Fill the dopamine gap. Screens feed your brain with cheap dopamine, likes, notifications, fast videos. When you cut that off, your brain gets cranky, so you can't just delete it. You have to replace it. Healthy dopamine comes from movement, sunlight, deep work, play, music, human connection. Start with one. Make it fun. Reward yourself for real. Step 5. Schedule boredom on purpose. Sounds strange, but boredom is where focus is born. If your brain never rests, it never regenerates. So try this. Once a day, sit with nothing for 10 minutes. No music, no screen, just stillness. At first, it'll itch. Your brain will rebel, but over time, you'll discover space, then thoughts, then you, because clarity lives on the other side of noise. Step 6. Reconnect with your why. Ask yourself daily, why do I want my mind back? Why does it matter? Write it down, post it, repeat it. Because when the cravings hit, logic won't save you, purpose will. So anchor yourself in your why. Return to it like a prayer. Step 7. Track your shifts. Keep it simple. Each night, did I scroll less today? Did I do one screen-free activity? Did I return to presence at least once? That's the real progress. Not quitting cold turkey, but showing up differently. Small shifts, daily reps. That's how you rewrite your wiring. You don't need to be perfect. You just need to be consistent. Because every time you choose presence, you weaken the old circuit and build a new one. Every pause is a line of code rewriting your mind. And one day you realize you're in control. You choose when to engage, you choose when to rest. And that is freedom. Real freedom. Not from technology, but from the need to escape yourself. You used to have focus, long ago, before screens trained it out of you. Now, it feels foreign, like some superpower you lost. You sit down to work, your mind skips like a scratched CD. You read a page, but your brain's already gone. That's not who you are. That's who you've become. Because of noise, because of design, because of years of fragmented attention. But here's the truth. Focus isn't gone. It's just buried, under layers of interruption. And now, you dig it out, one layer at a time. Step 1. Reclaim your time blocks. Your day is full of open space. But open doesn't mean free. It gets filled by default. So choose your blocks. Protect them like gold. 1 hour. Phone off. One task. No multitasking. Not perfect. Just pure. Train your brain to sit with one thing. Even if it twitches. Even if it begs for escape. Stay. That's the rep. Step 2. Practice boredom on purpose. Boredom is the gym where focus gets strong. But we run from it. Every single time. So practice. Literally. Sit with silence. Walk with no podcast. Eat without a screen. Let your brain get bored. Then watch what happens. First, discomfort. Then awareness. Then clarity. Focus grows where stimulation dies. Step 3. Create no input hours. Not all day, just some part of it. Where you consume nothing. No news, no scroll, no background noise, just output or stillness. Protect that window, even 30 minutes. It resets your nervous system. It reclaims your power. Step 4. Do one thing slowly. In a world of fast, slow is power. Choose one activity. Wash the dishes, take a walk, make tea. Do it with full attention. No rush, no phone, no multitask. This is called deliberate slowness. It teaches your brain, not everything needs speed, and speed is what kills depth. Step 5. Name your distractions. What pulls you away most? Not just the apps, the patterns. I'll just check one thing. Let me reply real quick. I deserve a break. Write them down. See the script. Then break the loop. You don't beat distraction by trying harder. You beat it by seeing it clearly. Step 6. Celebrate small wins. Your brain needs rewards, so give them. Every time you complete a full block, celebrate. Not with sugar, not with scroll, with presence. Take a walk, stretch, smile, breathe. You're rewiring. That matters. Step 7. Anchor your why. This isn't just about less screen time. It's about more life. More clarity, more intention, more real connection. Keep that front and center. Put it where you'll see it. Let it remind you why this battle matters. Because it does matter. You're not just fighting for productivity. You're fighting for your mind. Real focus isn't instant. It's earned. Through silence. Through boundaries. Through returning. Over and over. When you wander, return. When you relapse, return. When you forget, return. That's how focus is built. Not once, but daily. You've lived distracted. Now you live deliberate. You're not broken. You're rebuilding. And what you build will be stronger than what was lost, because this time, you chose it. You're connected to everything. But are you connected to yourself? Because in this world, your energy leaks fast. To texts, to feeds, to notifications, to conversations that mean nothing. You open your eyes, and the world floods in. Before you even get out of bed, your attention's been hijacked. And every time it happens, you lose a piece of yourself. Your energy isn't infinite. It has limits. And if you don't protect it, everything else will drain it. Here's the truth. Disconnection isn't selfish. It's survival. You can't pour into your purpose if you're constantly spilling into noise. So now, you learn to guard it. Step 1. Claim your morning. Your phone isn't your alarm clock. It's your anchor. And if it's the first thing you touch, you're not starting your day. You're starting someone else's. Try this. No phone for the first 30 minutes. Do one thing for you. Stretch. Journal. Breathe. Set your tone before the world sets it for you. Step 2. Set energy boundaries. Not just digital ones, emotional ones. Say no to draining conversations. Say no to guilt scrolls. Say no to things that feel urgent but aren't. Protect your peace like your password. You don't owe your availability to everyone. You owe your presence to yourself. Step 3. Batch your screen time. Scrolling all day leaks energy like a faucet. Instead, contain it. Pick 2 windows. Example, 11 a.m., 11:30 a.m., 6 p.m., 6:30 p.m. During those times, scroll. Outside those times, live. You'll still be connected, just not controlled. Step 4. Create no input zones, spaces where no screens go. Your bedroom, your dinner table, your creative space. Physical boundaries shape mental ones. The more sacred your spaces become, the more stable your mind feels. Your environment teaches your brain, so teach it to rest. Step 5. Do energy check-ins. Every few hours, ask, where's my attention? How do I feel? What am I leaking into? It takes 30 seconds, but it can shift your whole day, because awareness equals control. No awareness equals autopilot, and autopilot is how energy disappears. Step 6. Choose real over virtual. It's not about cutting screens completely, it's about prioritizing realness. Real conversations, real nature, real silence, real play. Virtual can never replace physical, and your nervous system knows that. The more you touch what's real, the more grounded you become. Step 7. End your day on purpose. No doom scrolling into sleep. Try a shutdown ritual. Low light. Phone away. Reflect on 3 things you did right. Breathe deeply for 2 minutes. Tell your brain, it's safe to stop now. That's how recovery begins. Your energy is your edge. If you lose it to everything, you'll have nothing left for what matters. This isn't about being perfect. It's about being present. You don't have to say yes to everyone. You don't have to respond instantly. You don't have to scroll every gap. You just have to choose. What builds you? What fuels you? What feeds your soul? That's energy. And now, you protect it. One day, you wake up, and something feels different. Your first thought isn't your phone. It's your breath, your body, your peace. You feel it. Space in your mind. That's what life feels like on the other side. You're not checking for updates. You're checking in with yourself. You don't need noise anymore. You notice silence. And it feels good. Like home. You're not bored. You're calm. You're not restless. You're present. This is freedom. Not needing distraction just to exist. You can sit still and not itch. You can walk without reaching for a pocket dopamine hit. You can think a full thought without interrupting it. That's rare. That's powerful. People around you are still stuck, still scrolling, still chasing. But you've slowed down to speed up. You've stopped reacting to start creating. And now you see clearly. Most of what used to pull you in doesn't deserve your energy. You've gained time. But more than that, you've gained depth. You read again. You focus longer. You write. You build. You finish what you start. Because your brain isn't being stolen. You've trained it to stay with you. You laugh more. With real people. In real spaces. You look people in the eye again. You listen all the way through. You feel connected, not just plugged in. You've made room for real connection to come back. And sure, you still use screens. But now, you use them. They don't use you. You open apps with intention. You close them without guilt. Your screen time went down, but your self-trust went up. And that's the real win. You've changed your relationship with stimulation. Now silence isn't scary, it's sacred. Now boredom isn't a trap. It's an entry point to deeper thought. Now stillness isn't uncomfortable, it's clarity. Your mind is yours again. Not for rent, not for sale, not for scrolling. You decide what enters. You decide what stays. You decide what builds you. That's not just mental health. That's mental freedom. Here's what you've learned. Focus is a choice. Peace is a practice. Distraction is a system. And now you've broken it. You're not anti-technology. You're pro-presence. You're not trying to escape the internet. You're trying to stay inside yourself. And you did it. So now, you help others. Not by preaching, but by being. By modeling calm. By embodying clarity. By holding stillness in a world that never stops spinning. That's leadership. That's impact. That's what the other side looks like. This isn't the end. It's the beginning of a quieter, clearer, more powerful life. You'll still get pulled. You'll still slip. But now, you know the way back. You've built the map. You've walked it. And every time you return to presence, you return to yourself. You've won the most invisible war of your time, and you did it one breath, one pause, one choice at a time. That's the real revolution. Not unplugged, just awake. Not offline, just free.